Hey everybody, today I'm going to show you the new sizing tool I made this past weekend. So to navigate to it, this is the front page of my site. Just go to Research Brands, scroll down and go to What's an appropriate waist reduction for me, and click on that. And it will take you to this page, and it says many corset sites recommend choosing a corset 4 to 6 inches smaller than your natural waist measurement, but sometimes it's not quite that easy because it depends on your squishability and what you're using the corset for, whether you are a dedicated waist trainer, whether you want a dramatic hourglass shape in the first place, or you're just wearing it for fashion or fun, whether you're using it for just back support, smoothing under your clothing, or pain relief, or there are many different factors that go into it. So this calculator will help estimate what's a good starting size for you. Obviously, this calculator is not perfect. It does not take every single life situation into account. It will not replace talking to a real person, but it is a fair starting point. And when I tested it with about 100 people, it seemed to get around a 90% accuracy rate. So let's go through 4 different examples so I can show you how the calculator works. So for the first example, let's take a slender athlete who wants to start waist training. So this natural waist measurement will take you from 20 inches up to 56 inches natural waist. If you are smaller or larger than that, please let me know because I can really easily expand that, but this seems to cover like 99.9% of people. So let's say around a 26-inch natural waist. And the next question is how firm or soft you are in the front of your abdomen. So if this is an athlete, let's say that they have visible abs, and then doing the finger test to see how malleable their obliques are or how much subcutaneous fat they have over their obliques. Let's say that they're a little bit soft on the sides here. And their primary reason for buying a corset, waist training. And let's say that because they do a lot of sports, they tend to fluctuate with a natural tendency to lose because they are outside running around all the time. So if we scroll down here, the calculator recommends that their first corset be 22 inches if they want their corset to lace closed. If they want a gap in the back, then all they need to do is click that and it will take them down a size to 20 inches. Now I've refreshed the page, and now let's take somebody who maybe works in an office and doesn't have a very active lifestyle, but they might like to wear vintage clothing and wear a tight lacing corset underneath. So let's give this person a natural waist of say 32 inches. Make them a bit soft in the front, a bit soft on the side as well. And they want a tight lacing corset. And let's say that they are pretty stable in their weight, and they would prefer to have their corset lace closed in the back. Now this gives a size of 27 inches. And obviously corsets don't usually come in odd sizes. So let's go to the question below, whether they have any corset experience or not. So if they don't have any corset experience, you can size them up. Or if they do have some experience, you can size them down, and it will give a 6-inch reduction, 26 inches. But you'll notice that if you want to change your answer, you can. So if you go back and say, actually, I'm a little bit softer than that, let's see what that gives. And it will size you down a little bit because the softer you are, the more likely you're able to cinch down a little bit more. Now let's take somebody who maybe had multiple pregnancies, a lot of weight gain or loss over the years, and they might have a lot of lower back pain. They might not be interested in waist training, but they just might want something to smooth over the loose skin on their tummy and support their spine. So let's give them maybe a natural waist of 35 inches. So they might not be that much larger than the previous person, but they have different needs and a different body composition. So let's see what we get. Let's make them very soft. They might have an apron where the tummy hangs over or a lot of loose skin. Let's make them very soft on the sides as well. And let's say they just want back support, pain relief. And let's say that they fluctuate, but with a natural tendency to gain weight. And if they want a lacing gap in the back for comfort or aesthetic purposes, maybe they don't like the feeling of the corset steels on their spine or something, this gives a size of 29 inches. So if they have no prior corset experience, you would size them up to 30 inches. So if they're wearing the corset with a 1 to 2 inch gap in the back, then they're wearing the corset at a 3 to 4 inch waist reduction. And that is not a whole lot, but it is enough to just hold in their loose skin and support their posture. Now for our last example, let's take somebody a little bit larger who's maybe made a New Year's resolution to lose weight, since I've been getting a lot of those emails in the past couple of weeks. So let's give them a natural waist of 49 inches. And let's say that they're very soft in the front, also very soft on the side. They are interested in waist training, and they are actively and intentionally losing weight, at least 10 pounds. Now, the wording is intentional here, because if people only intend to lose weight, but they have made no steps to start, then clicking this option might not be realistic for you and might leave you with a corset that's too small for your current body. Clicking this option will take you down a corset size so that you don't have a corset that you shrink out of too quickly. Same with the other option of intentionally gaining a lot of weight, it will take you up a size. So if you're actively in the process of losing weight already, you can click this size. And you'll also see that cautionary note pop up if you are changing your weight quickly, so give this a read. And then you get to the question of a lacing gap in the back. Now, if you already said you're losing weight, it already takes you down a size and it will already fit you with a gap at your current weight. So this is why I say here that if you are losing weight quickly, I don't recommend you choose the lacing gap, because that might give you an option that is like 12 inches smaller than your natural waist. People with a larger waist tend to be able to cinch more. I know some corset models who have a natural waist over 40 inches and they are quite soft and they can cinch down 8 inches in one go. And if you're losing weight on top of that, the calculator will size you down. But there's also a point where most off-the-rack corsets don't have laces long enough to open up by 10 or 12 or more inches. And if the gap in the back is too big, you also won't have the right torque to pull it tighter and have it fit properly around your body. So if you are very soft and also losing a lot of weight, I recommend that you just choose the lace closed option, because it's already going to fit you with a gap in the back with your current measurements. So you can see here that you started with a natural waist of 49 inches and it recommends a size 38 corset for you. And because that's an even size, you don't have to use the odd size correction question here. If you do have any trouble, there is a troubleshooting section at the bottom that goes through whether the size seems way too small for your current body, or if it's too big, the same size or bigger than your natural waist, or an odd corset size. If you have any questions, please let me know, because I can easily tweak this. Obviously, like I said before, it's not perfect and it's not going to take every single life situation into account here, but I have tweaked it quite a bit in the last few days with the beta testing. So thank you to all the beta testers who agreed to try this out in the past couple of days. So I'll put a link to this page down in the description below and also up in the cards. Try it out and let me know if it works for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next week for another video. Bye.